Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie. I'm an empath, an intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here this evening to do the general reading for the week of March 27th through to April the 2nd for the sign of Sagittarius. Just give the cards a good shuffle here. This is a general reading for those of you that are new to the tarot community on YouTube. What that means is this is a general free reading, and it applies to any people of the sign of Sagittarius for this video in particular. Some of this may resonate with you on a personal level, some of it may not, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I get tired of hearing myself. Anyway, if you don't like that, you say, well, I only took a few things from that I could have related to or related to me. And you'll want something completely personal. I do offer the service of personal readings. That information is found below, down this video window, in the description and in the more area. Please just read through that once, and then you can grab my personal email. It's right there, and send me off an email. We'll set something up for you. Master of the Universe, Master of the Natural Order, Spirit Guides. Please bring me any messages for the sign of Sagittarius for this general weekly reading, again, March 27th through to April the 2nd. All thumbs tonight, feels like. Let's try this one more time. Sagittarius, messages for Sagittarius. There we go. That was a good tight one there. All right, let's get to it. Very first card, the tarot is brought forth for your attention. 3 of Wands, it's all about motivation. It's a great way to start a Monday. I'm motivated. The second card is the 4 of Wands. It's all about reward. Well, who could complain about that on a Tuesday? Third card. Wow, 3 Wands in a row. 7 of Wands. And it's all about endurance. That just looks strange. These three cards side by side like that. Wouldn't that be something if they were all Wands? Spirit guides are having fun tonight. 8 of Wands, all about travel. Oh, this will be where the break comes, right? Yeah. Ace of Swords, all about victory. And that is your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is your Friday. Your Saturday. Oh, okay. Lovers. And last day of the week, your Sunday. Well, why not end it with Wands? Look at that. A lot of practical things are real heavy in your week for this week of the March 27th to April the 2nd. That's amazing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wand cards out of 7 cards. That's just amazing to me. Wow. It really is. It's just... Isn't that something now? I've never seen that happen yet. It just looks really strange. Strange indeed. Here, I'll even show you guys. Let me pull my laptop so you can just take a peek. Can you guys see that? No, you can't see it all. Never mind. I'll end up accidentally shutting my camera off if I push it. Anyways, let's get down to it. Your 3 of Wands is all about motivation, and what a great card to start any week off for a Monday is feeling motivated. The keywords for this card, these are going to be a lot of practical things, and travel is going to come up a few times here. So from what I can see, automatically, without even digging into my well of intuition or anything like that, is that definitely there's going to be some of you taking some trips. The keywords for this card, number 1 is travel. Second is, and not any least important, are relationships, weddings, originality, success in the arts, in sport for some. It could be sports of any literal sports, athletic sports. It could be right down the line. There's all kinds of different things that can be sporty. Right from the way you dress to, being a good sport, anything along those lines. I have a feeling, and well, not a feeling, it's the nudge I'm getting. And right off the top, what I felt was somebody has met somebody else on the internet, and they're on their way. Somebody's going to be doing some traveling for you to meet with this other person. So that's taking place. For both of you, this is the first time. This has never happened. You've never gone out of your way to meet somebody in a romantic sense that you've met online. So this is an original first time. You're both, we'll call you, oh dear, virginal, you're virginal. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say what else I'm thinking. Anyway, the advice of this card is that you need to think outside the box when it's coming to, especially with relationships. On top of that, 3 is a good number. I don't mind getting 3, even in my own readings. I don't mind seeing a 3 come up. 3 adds interest, and 3, believe it or not, we think of 2 as a number of balance, but 3 even more so is what I'm feeling here. There's more of a balance with the number 3 here. I'm thinking trine as well. But the cards here in advising you step outside the box, think laterally, to come up with original ideas, original plan, even travel plans. Because this is the first time for some of you doing this travel thing to meet somebody that you met online. You want this to be unique and you want it to be memorable. Therefore, you're looking for originality, not just let's meet in a coffee shop and have pie. You're thinking of, for some of you have really built up a strong relationship online. Like it is strong. You've got it all going on except being able to touch each other, the physical aspect, look into each other's eyes for real and touch each other's faces, hug each other, hold hands, done. Whatever follows after that, right? You've already been there. So there's been some of that cyber nasty stuff going on. Sorry, Sagittarius. But that's what's coming up here. Some of the cyber nasty going on for some of you. General reading. So don't anybody take offense. Let's see here. Let's see, you're, I'm just stuck back on that. Sorry, just give me, oh my goodness. Your communications and your creativity are going to flow quite high at this time. You're just a well of resources. The 3 is going to bring renewed energy, a sense of excitement, a sense of discovery, knowing that some mysteries are going to come to an. This card's strong. I'm sorry, but it is a Monday, and this card is very, very strong. On this is meant for somebody out there, and probably more than one is my guess. Way more than one. With internet relationships that are ongoing. I don't know if the days of marrying on the internet are still, but back in the day when I was first, we're talking back in the 17 years ago. When I first came online, there was a lot of that. People would get married online, never laid eyes on each other. And, they had the webcams in the house, and, she'd be in her house cooking supper, and he'd be sitting and reading the newspaper after a long day of work. I knew people that did this. I don't know them anymore, so I don't know what the end story was, but they took it quite seriously. I think there was even been newspaper articles back in the day written about such things. The 3's here also to predict a union with within relationships and celebrations, weddings for some, engagements for other. And the 3 also brings a lot of travel. Some of you are traveling for a wedding, family weddings, important weddings, diplomatic weddings as well, I'm hearing. Let's see, anything that you undertake right now as far as relationships and as far as traveling, It's going to bring great results. This is going to be a nice turnout for whoever you are that get together with, whoever they are. It looks pretty positive. A sense of excitement. The allure is growing as you get closer. The sense of a discovery coming up, something is just fantastic. There's a real good feeling behind this card, is what I'm trying to say. 10 minutes on the first card. Oh boy, Natalie, get your acting gear. Pull it together. 4 wands on your Tuesday. It's about reward. Again, practical things, because that's what wands are all about. Anybody new to tarot, wands represent practical things like not that relationships are practical, but being in a relationship is a practical thing. Your job is a practical thing. Your house is a practical. Your car, your truck, your bank account. These things are practical things that we need and we use and we go through and experience every single day. As long as you got a heartbeat, you're dealing with practicality in some form or another. So your reward on this for this card, the meaning is basically finishing up projects, and there's a due reward waiting at the end. Some of you rewarding yourself with again, maybe taking a trip somewhere. It's that time of year. We're in spring. Some people take off, and if they're in the winter climate the way I am, like we're not talking cloudy days in Australia here in the wintertime, or foggy, rainy, cool days and damp days, in the UK. I'm in the winter zone. I might not be like Antarctica or Alaska, but where I'm at, in the province I live in, we have like 4 to 5 different weather zones here. So not to the extreme, but this is winter territory. This is Canadiana, the province that I live in. So they can be getting a blizzard up north, and I could see sunshine and blue skies in my backyard, and that's all within one province. Another end of the province could be getting a lot of high winds, hail, all kinds of different, and another one could be having a warm rainfall. It's very, very different, very extreme. I'm in the southern part of the province. I border on the state of Maine, actually. So you figure northern Maine and what winter's like, and you're pretty well, um, we're a little further north, so add a little bit more oomph to what the northern Maine would have. So what the hell was my point in even going there? Travel. So yeah, if you live in my part of the world, it is spring, technically. For me, April has always been the first month of spring. The heck with the calendar. April is the month of spring for me and always has been. Um, so a lot of people in this part of the world, they will go away and they will go south for a couple of weeks, whatever. Maybe towards the end of it. So when they come back, that darn cold, bitter air that just seems to blow. You've still got melting snow in the woods and in the forest. And sometimes if the winds are hanging low enough, they blow that cold around. So, but come towards, May, the end of May, and about there are some that go earlier in April, some that went in February, for heaven's sakes. Um, the chill is gone, and they come back and they're ready for summer. They may have gotten some sun when they were gone, so they're already ahead in the tanning department. They're feeling revitalized and re-energized, and bring summer on, and that's going to be going on for some of you, is what I'm saying, Sagittarius. A holiday is in the making. A lot of socializing going on during this week as well. It's going to carry through, because I see and sense a lot of people, a lot of interacting with other people as well. This week you will be addressing love issues as well. Again, trips away. This is a happy four, and it brings leisure and it brings freedom. And your keywords are balance and love, contentment, freedom, openness, travel, and for some, a brand new home, redoing the home. We're talking renovations, maybe are beginning for some of you. So the advice of this card is to be carefree while you can, while you have the luxury to do so, where you can go somewhere where you can, or do something to replenish your mind, which for some of you will be nothing at all. You just want to stay home and veg right out and not even think of anything except being in the now and what's going on around you. And some will be able to afford the luxury. You don't have to worry about stuff. Yeah, you may be home and not doing anything, and people think, oh, isn't that great? But maybe in your mind, you're worried about, how am I going to pay this bill, or how am I going to do this? Practical things getting in the way something that you just don't want. You want it to be an unpractical day. I don't want to deal with anything. Um, but for those that can, that are afforded the luxury that you're all caught up on everything. There's no place you want to be. There's no place you need to be. So you just want to be in your own space, doing your own thing with no worries. Yeah. Card saying you deserve it. You go for it. Look at that. 15 minutes on 2 cards. I try not to go too long. I know you guys have lives. 7 of Wands is all about endurance. I've probably lost about 500 people in the first 10 minutes. Ask me if I care. I'm having fun. Okay, so your keywords for this card. The 7 of Wands, all about endurance, are defensiveness, resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. Some of you are right off the top, I'm hearing resisting the change, resisting force. Absolutely. Having the endurance to keep resisting. Somebody's on a diet and they need to be resilient and they're fighting within themselves. They've been working out, they've been doing well, and the summer's right around the corner. What are you giving up and slacking off for now? Card is here to say you need to go the extra mile. This is the soft spot, not the sweet spot. For somebody out there, there's probably more than one, especially with spring on us and summer coming. A lot of people are panic stricken. Oh my gosh, I got to get this extra 10 or 15 pounds off, or 20 pounds or 60 pounds, whatever it may be. You're concerned about it. You don't want to go through a summer of not feeling comfortable with you, but you're hitting a slow spot, a soft spot, where you're getting tired now. For those of you that had great amounts of weight to lose, this is the dangerous period. Even though you would think you would have more resilience because summer's coming so fast, some of you, it's going to have the opposite effect on, is what I'm hearing. You need to reach down aside and pull up more endurance, because you can do it's like when it started. You had all this endurance and all this promise, and you had so much resolve. Why are you stopping now? Ask yourself, why take 5 steps backwards? Why do that? You are so close. You're sabotaging yourself. Somebody's sabotaging themselves, and you need a good talking to. So there, you've just been told. You can do this. You can keep on going. You do have the endurance. A little bit of a lackadaisical attitude's overcoming you. Yes, you're tired of it. But look at it this way. If you're going to keep the weight off, you've got to get used to this lifestyle. Okay, it's got to be a lifestyle. Now, I'm the one to talk. I could lose 60 pounds and still have room to spare. But this isn't about me. This is about you, Sagittarius. I'm not Sagittarius. This is about you. Okay. So the advice of this card as well for some of you is to say any words, any dialogue going on between people, especially if there's one of these situations where you say we can agree to disagree. You need to be real clear in your communications so you are on the same page. You can be on the same page but agree to disagree. That's what I'm hearing for some of you right now. For some of you, there's this moral ground thing that you won't lower yourself. You're not going to lower your standards, lower your morals. That's not going to happen. For some of you, that's just for some. Remember, this is a general reading. Some of you may have that brought into question. Some of you may have to take the highway in order to, and I mean the high road, in order to get through something unscathed. And I'm hearing biting your tongue, walking away. And you should have said something long before. This is how you're feeling. How long can this go on, is what you're feeling. How long do I keep taking the moral ground to keep, or the higher ground to keep the peace? You're bringing your own integrity into question with some people that some of you have to deal with around you. This is an emotional test that you're going through. How much you can take, how much pressure you can take, how much forcefulness you can take, how much endurance you can have. Welcome anything that's new, that's coming in. Don't resist any change, as long as it's all good. use your better judgment, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you can get touched in on, you know, a little bit of intuition where, you know, everything with you isn't black and white. It just isn't what you see. You don't take everything at face value. You will delve a little bit deeper, and it's a good thing that you do because you're going to need your footing, and you need to watch out for things like that right now. Some people at this time of the year, they're like half snapping crazy because there's that fallout from winter to spring, and they're affected by the weather. So now they're starting to get the sun back a little bit. And the longer the days get, the better people are going to start feeling. But it's almost like they're crossing this threshold from the darkness into the light. And for some, it isn't an easy transition. For some that suffer from SADS, SADS, seasonal affective disorder, this can almost be like a manic time, way up one day and way down the next, way up one day. And Sagittarius, you may find yourself being surrounded by people that are like that. You're going to be thinking, you know, is it me that's going crazy or is it everybody else around me? It's not you, Sagittarius. All right, let's move on. This is your Thursday card, 8 of Wands, all about travel. So when this card shows up, Sagittarius, your keywords are communication and speed, news, motivation, action, excitement, and movement. The advice is to breathe before saying yes to any offers that come your way and choose very carefully. It's going to save you time and money in the bigger picture and in the long run. The very first part of this card and the definition of this card is travel. And this, I'm coming back to the beginning here with the online meetings that people are getting together. This is an exciting time. Communications, you know, it can be hard for people. You know, people like myself having friends online when we have serious online chats, you know, private messages and that kind of a thing. And you're trying to convey your feelings and you're trying to convey what's on your mind. You're trying to express. I try to talk to people, not if I'm tired. I can get lazy in a chat, but when I'm not tired and when something has my attention and I need to explain myself, I try to talk to the person like they're right here, in front of me, because I don't want any miscommunications going on. And there's always that challenge of and I'll go back and my hands fly too quick on the keyboard and I miss letters and I don't have autocorrect and my stuff goes through, you know, and it's still virginal. It has been unedited, and I'll read back and I'll cringe and I'll go, oh my goodness, you know, usually not a spelling mistake. Well, maybe once in a while I use the wrong context or something, you know, there, and there, you know, that kind of thing. But the communications right now are going, that pressure, there's something that's going to shift, and that pressure is going to be, it's going to be lifted. So, the communications are wide open and flowing quite freely at this time. So if there's anything you need to convey, now's the time for you to do that. You know, maybe you're in, you know, the U.S. and you've got a friend over in Singapore or in Switzerland or, you know, Abu Dhabi or someplace. Who knows? And you know that, you know, if you ever meet this person, it's going to be a long time coming, but the relationship is very important to you. The friendship is very important to you. So, and sometimes there can be communication problems. So right now, it's almost like the tethers have been released and the energies are wide open. And if you have something to say, you need to say it now. I'm hearing that. If they have something to say, they need to say it now. Now's the time before the moment is gone for some of you. So that's really, but those of you that are traveling, this is exciting. Communications are flying and flowing with no interruption and no lagging at all. When you pick the phone up and call somebody, they're right there on the first ring. It's that kind of a day. Everything is happening very quickly now. More news is coming in. More information is coming in. There's feelings of motivation. I can't wait to get started on this. I just want to go. And there's, so you're keeping busy. So there's a lot of action going on all the way around you, and this great sense of excitement and movement, finally movement. And it's like, oh, we're finally underway. What a great card. So your Friday, Ace of Swords, it's all about victory, and you couldn't ask for a better card than that. This little reading's going on a bit longer than it should have, but that's okay, right? If you're still with me, then we'll keep going. Your keywords are beginnings and decisions and action and clarity and determination and solutions and ideas. This is a great card. It is an ace. It's the ending and walking away. You've left something behind. You're walking forward into something new. It's all about the mind and decisions that have been made. And you know what? I'm hearing they're not going to be sorry for the decision they just made. This is going to pan out very, very well. Some of you have come down with the hammer and said, that's it. No more mulling about. No more back. These are serious life problems that you've made decisions that are not problems, but decisions that you had to make. And I'm hearing that they're long lasting and a strong effect as far as that goes when the decision has been made. This is a long-reaching decision that's going to play itself out over time. I'm thinking for some people it's a couple of years, and some it's even longer than that. Some big, it could be making a major move because with all this traveling going on, making a lifestyle change with the weight loss going on, other things. You may be saying to yourself, if I've done this, because losing weight, making a physical transformation of any kind, for some maybe gaining weight, they need to gain weight. Anytime there's a physical, there's a sense of empowerment that goes along with that. A sense of, if I could do that, if I could morph my own body into something that I just always dreamed it could be, and wow, look at me, here I am. It's like, whoops, there it is. It's empowering. And boys, oh boys, oh boys, you know, the trickle down or the effect off of that can be overlapping. You see yourself growing by leaps and bounds. This is for some of you. The sense of empowerment. If I could do this, I can do anything. So having said that, what is it I really want to do? That's what's going to be going on with some of you. This is really exciting stuff. New beginnings. You're not going to be afraid. There won't be any hesitation. Remain logical. Remain grounded. Use your intelligence. Always use your intelligence. All that stuff comes from up here. That's what this card's all about. Making the right decisions, the right choices, so that you can confidently hold your head up and move ahead and say, you know what? I worked my butt off to get here. It was not easy. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Nothing's going to stop me now. That's what I'm getting off this card for you, Sagittarius. For some, it's drug addiction. You broke it. For some, it's alcohol. You got away from it. You finally broke free. It's not the demon that has its hands wrapped around your ankles, holding you down and holding you back all the time. Shackles are broken and gone. Some of you, it's brand new beginning, and you know it. You'll never take another drink again. You just know you won't. That's a rare thing for somebody with a problem with alcoholism to say, I just know I'm never going to. I'm never going to be tempted. I never want to feel that way again. Why would I do that to myself? It's not going to happen. It's like that with drug addiction. It's the same thing. I've got purpose now. Why would I let a glass of hooch ruin the purpose of my life? Why would I want to bang a needle up my arm or stay addicted to prescription drugs when I don't need them anymore and hold myself back that way? Why would I want to do that ever again? And you won't. Some of you, this is the time. You're going to be very successful. I don't care how long this reading's going on. You guys want to shut me off, go ahead, but this is going to apply to those that really need it. They're going to be the ones that continue to watch it through to the end. This is encouraging. This is really, really, really wonderful. It shows a breakthrough. There's breakthroughs going on all over the place with you, Sagittarius. New beginnings, mental clarity and sharpness. Wow. It's a really good place to find yourself. Now, the lovers on your Saturday. Somebody's breaking up. Somebody's separating. Somebody's had enough. They don't want any more of that card. If you look at it, it means that literally the body language. He's trying to hold her there, and he's saying, you listen to me. You're not going anywhere. You talk to me. Look at me. And you can see by the arm on the other side of his body, she's ready to push off. And she's ready to go. And she's saying, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done. Let me go. He's saying, no, I'm not. And she's saying, let me go. I'm done. I don't even want to look. I don't want to listen. And the first chance she gets, she's bolting. She's going to push off of him, and she's going to be gone like a bullet. So some of you are separating. Some of you are breaking up. Some of you are moving on. Not everybody. General reading, all right? Some people have reached a point of no return. Decisions must be made. especially with, see, for some people, I keep going back to spring and summer. For some reason, it's weighing heavy in this reading. And for some people, their year doesn't start until April, till spring gets here. And they've been planning at the end of last summer, all through fall and all through the winter, and waiting for certain things to take place so that they can move on certain issues and make things happen. Some of you may find yourselves investing in your future, which has already started last fall, because I'm sensing that this day something's coming to a head on this Saturday. It's all coming together for some of you. For some of you, your attention is going to be drawn towards your relationships, of course, bonds, commitments. Some are walking away from commitments. For those that have been single all through the winter, all last fall, all through the winter, there's a new love coming in your life, baby. Yeah, it's coming your way. The advice of this card is to always make choices based on the bigger picture rather than instant gratification. That's real important at this time. That's like whatever you started in the fall, that's what this was all about today. It was all about looking ahead at the bigger picture. You've waited long enough. Now it's time to kick it down, and kick it up a notch, and get that party started in the manner of speaking. Don't get distracted by anybody that's not sincere right now. That's kind of hanging on Saturday. Somebody may just be someone just passing by. It could be somebody you know, it could be a neighbor, it could be a friend of a friend. Somebody may try to flirt with you. Don't get sidetracked by that. This could be like somebody that's super hot, as they say, and super sexy, commands a presence just by their physical appearance when they walk into a room or they walk down the street. Don't be distracted by somebody like that. It's empty. It's shallow. There's nothing there. So don't let that happen. For some reason, that's in the card. Keywords are love and communication, commitments being broken, future plans, maturity, emotions, separation, and for some, dedication to themselves for the future. Your last card on Sunday, page 1, it's all about creativity. Yeah, I'm going to pull my book on this. No nasty words about me pulling my book. I went on a big rant there on Pisces video. Go ahead and check it out. I don't care. Everybody's different. Some people like to see the book come out. There's no fakery involved. And this card has a lot. This card is loaded with meanings. Of course, I know the meaning of the card. I know what it represents. But I like to pick up on other things that, anyway. So the meaning is, basically, it's a creative card. It brings creativity. It is a page, and the pages always are showing up with messages for you, usually a young person between ages maybe 15, 28 years old, and about there, not much older, not much younger than that, or somebody that could be in their 40s or 50s, but extremely young at heart. This page is charming. When he shows up, is how you're going to recognize him. He's charming and he's witty, and he brings great news about creative projects, travel plans, and new work. In relationships, he or she reveals a fun flirtation. An additional meaning of the card is the influence of a very strong creative person on you. You could find somebody that is a mentor for you, that is a writer, an artist, a musician, anything along those lines, or that you're discovering even now your own creative potential at this time. Very, very high on Sunday. Some of you starting a new hobby, picking up the flute, playing the guitar, buying some pencils and some paints and some whiteboard, all that kind of thing. Taking your hand at painting, taking your hand at sculpting. Very, very strong at this time. The advice is now's the time to express yourself, the creative part of yourself. Get yourself into the zone. Let it carry you off somewhere. You may be surprised when you pull your head back out just what you've created and what you've accomplished. Very strong at this time. There's the heat coming off the card for somebody off of there. Okay, now's the time. You've held off and held back long enough. Your keywords are messages, travel, news, communication, new work, expression, transition, and entertainment. And that, dear Sagittarius, that is your reading. Wow, that's a long reading for a weekly reading. But anyway, that's your reading for March the 27th through to April 2nd. I'm going to be doing the monthlies very soon for all signs, individual 12 videos for the month of April, and I'm really looking forward to that. Even I can't wait to see. I just have a good feeling about April, and I hope that that's right across the board. I'm feeling it is. It's not in relation to myself personally. I'm feeling that it's a good thing for most of the signs. Interesting, good, and healthy, maybe. So, anyways, if you're new to YouTube, you're new to the channel, but if you're new to YouTube, that red subscribe button right beneath the video window there, if you click it, you'll be notified of any videos that I post from here on out. That way you won't miss anything. You can, I'd like to thank my subscribers as well. They're the foundation of the seabed floor that holds the great mighty waters that is the Bay of Fundy, with the greatest tides, the highest tides in the world, right here in my backyard. And without the foundation that's there in the seabed floor that is rock solid, we would have nothing much but a mud hole, that's for sure. So also I'd like to thank you for your shares. I see some of you share, and that's the greatest compliment that any reader could have, to know that our videos are shared by the people that are enjoying them. Please continue to do that. I'd like to thank you for your likes, your thumbs up, your thumbs down too. Just don't be rude. Try to not be rude. If you're doing something you don't like or you think's different, you can say that, but you know, if that's all you walk away with is some stupid question, because sometimes people get that way, it's just dumb. And if that's all you take away from the reading, don't even bother. Don't bother leaving a comment. It's better to be to say something nice and something constructive. That, you know, if it's negative and your big thing is laughing at somebody else or something, don't bother. Don't bother doing that. That doesn't serve any positive purpose at all. No room for negativity. I don't live in a Pollyanna world. I do not see my world through rose-colored glasses. You have no idea. You know, there's that meme that goes around Facebook and says, be nice to people. You have no idea what their day's been like, and you have no idea what they're going through. We're all going through something. Be kind to each other. Good God, what is that costing you? To be kind to each other. This world is so frustrating to me at times, and I feel like I'm a foreigner on this planet. Am I the only one that gets that, to be kind to each other? I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of you out there. It just irks me. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I just had somebody be a little bit on the rude side today in one of the videos that I worked really hard on. And they pulled off one stupid comment, and that's all they took from the friggin' video. And it just, but then a couple other, 3 other people jumped right on them. And my anger went away. I was like, let them be mad at them. I can move on with my day. I'm not going to let that upset me. And it felt good to know that people thought the same way that I did. And they liked the way I was doing things, and they were really irked, and they put that other person in their place pretty quick. So I'll admit, I did enjoy that a little bit. It took my anger away. It was like, I didn't feel so alone. It was like, other people see this the way that I do. Anyway, thank you very much. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Blogspot. You can find me on Google. And you can find me on Facebook, and my Facebook group is Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Please join us there. We do have a good, and there's no rudeness there. There's a good bunch of people there, and we have a lot of fun. It's been picking up, and sometimes I do. I'm not going to do it tonight. This video's already too long, and I'll do it. I can't even find it now. My pendulum, there it is. Is that it? No, that's not it either. Well, I know where it's at now. It's not where it's supposed to be. Anyway, I do sometimes free pendulum readings. Say thank you to my group on Facebook, because they're just a great group of people. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say goodnight and goodbye, and hope you get the most out of the week. I hope to see you back here for the April readings. And if you're ever looking for me, you can always find me right here, sitting here. I'm always waiting on the next high tide. Goodbye and good night.